So far, Division 2 Title Update 12 has been okay. If we are going based on the same trajectory as the previous two seasons, if you don't expect much, well, you cannot be disappointed about this season either. And I have to say, they did not disappoint us at all outside of the usual bugs and glitches or the grindfest. It's actually an okay season, or at least an okay title update. The activities are still the same, mostly recycled content, but with the introduction of new exotics, gear sets, and brand set that makes it a little bit more dynamic if you like playing the same missions over again. In fact, with the introduction of these new gear items, a lot of people who shy away from skill-oriented builds are now testing them or even maining skill builds now. In terms of network and server stability, it's been splendid so far, though when you get into DZ, you might get the occasional Delta errors or the constant server changes. But if you're able to get past all of those, then your experience should be the usual thing. Depending on the region that you're in, you will get a populated toxic dark zone just the way we love it, or if you're like me on US Western servers, you might get the empty and boring DZ, which is quite nice when it comes to farming XP. Currently, PvP is being played with a lot more glitches than the previous season, which can make things fun depending on your choice of skills. And of course, it can make it chaotic if you're just one of those people who want to hop in and test some of the new items. In terms of gear and builds, the optimization station and all its new assets are much needed for those who are trying to min-max their builds. Even though some of us might say it's a little bit too late at this point within the game. It is one of those things that you would have loved earlier when the game first launched. The only problem here is that crafting requirements are a little bit outrageous, and when considering the amount of time it takes to grind for these items, it might be one of those major turn-offs. The inventory space has been increased to 150, which is a really great move on the developer's part. I know a lot of people were asking for more stash space, but either way I'm fine with it. If it's not gonna fit in the stash, you can just bring it out and put it in your inventory, and it's a win-win situation for me, at least the way I look at it. If you are looking for something brand new outside of the weapons and gear, then this season is not there yet, or it might never be there. Maybe towards the end you might see some really interesting things, but do not keep your hopes up on this season. Most likely it will be recycled assets with little to no variation. Enemies might have a different name or spawn at a different location, but it's still going to be the same character model, maybe some little itty bitty changes here and there. As it stands, I will rate this season and this title update a 3/10. It's not terrible per se, it's just not different than the previous season. It doesn't do anything to stand out. When you're comparing this to other games out there who are in the looter shooter space, whenever they release a new season, they often have some sort of a monumental change for each season, something that makes it interesting outside of just guns and new exotics. But here in Division 2, it's just not worth the $10 that you will be spending on the season pass. Now, if money is not an issue for you and you're looking to get some of the seasonal exotics or the seasonal looks, then you can go ahead and pay for these items. Anyway, let me know your thoughts about this season down below in the comment section. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.